Who hasn't been worried in the recent months? Whether it's about the hostages and their condition, our soldiers, our future as a nation in general. We are concerned about a general physical threat to the country and also worried about hatred among brothers. We've got plenty to worry about. How will we cope with these worries? Maybe it's best to suppress them. Sometimes it is. We'll get to that. There's a wide range of perspectives. Take, for example, the approach of the Malbim, who says, he who truly believes is not afraid, doesn't worry. But that's a really high level, and as a dedicated warrior, I'll make sure to bring you other sides of this issue as well. Let's bring some sources to help us explore this topic. First of all, we're not the first. Worry has accompanied our ancestors and humans in general at all times. Abraham worried about his beautiful wife Sarah, fearing the Egyptians would want her, and they did. Yaakov, our forefather, worried too. He worried that Lavan would deceive him. He worried about meeting Esav, and he worried that something might happen to Binyamin on the way to Egypt. Also Yosef, the righteous, worried. When he sent his brothers to bring Yaakov to Egypt, he told them, "Do not be troubled on the journey." Rashi said he was worried they might argue on the way. Kish, the father of King Shaul, worried about the donkeys, and then he left that worry behind for a bigger one, his son, who went to find the donkeys and didn't return, and so forth. So, how do we deal with worries? It's clear that completely giving in to worries is not good. It can paralyze us. We see in the examples we brought that worry leads our ancestors to act or refrain from acting as a way of coping with a troubling situation. But we don't always have the option of taking action or avoiding it. Sometimes we find ourselves in situations where we have no ability to act to change the reality. In the book of Mishlei, there's advice on what to do in a situation of worry. If there's anxiety in a man's mind, let him quash it and turn it into joy with a good word. If you have a worry on your heart, what should you do? Yashchena. In the Talmud Yoma, there's a disagreement about the meaning of Yashchena. Rabbi Ami and Rabbi Asi, one said it means to suppress and push it away. For those who find suppression works for them, great, but it doesn't always work. Ever been told not to think about a pink elephant? What's the first thing that springs to mind? The second part of the verse is fascinating. And turn it into joy with a good word. The commentaries say that studying Torah brings joy, not to the worried person, but to the worry itself. So, if you couldn't suppress the worrying thought, approach it and attack it from a different angle. How? Pour Torah over it. Torah is the connection to God, and therefore, naturally, it will bring joy to the worry and cause to think differently about the whole situation. Torah will put the worry in a different perspective. You're not fighting head-to-head with the worry, nor ignoring it, but rather giving the power of the Torah to diminish the worry, to make it glad. And let's go back to the Talmud in Yoma. Rav Ami and Rav Asi, the latter said, talk about it, speak up, share. Work through the worry with people you trust. And no, they won't directly make you glad. A good friend takes the worry itself and says something wise that can actually diminish or minimize it. A good friend doesn't suppress the worry, but helps you deal with it and face it. But there are times when you specifically need to worry, not necessarily in the usual sense of fearing what might happen, but a different type of worry. In the Talmud, it's written, if one member of the group dies, the whole group should be worried. Unfortunately, from October 7th until now, we are facing death on a national level and even on a closer level. What does the recommendation to be worried mean? Does it mean, God forbid, that I might also die? I saw a nice explanation in the words of Rabbi Aaron Lichtenstein, Zatzal. When members of the group worry, the intention is for a worry that is meant to increase the feeling of mutual involvement, partnership in fate and destiny. This means that the worry the Gemara refers to is for us to feel the pain until the end and to be part of the story in order to help one another. Rabbi Yogev Cohen wrote very nicely that saying the whole group should be worried means concern for someone. This means doing something about it, not denying the worry, but taking it to a place of action for the sake of Am Yisrael, for the sake of the mourners, for the sake of our soldiers who defend us all. We actively participate in worrying about the entire group, not the kind of worry that is fear and anxiety. That won't help them, but worry for action, prayer, repentance, Torah study, tzedakah, and any kindness or other act that can bring us together with them and benefit them and all of us.